Hey guys, Masterath here, and welcome to the final group stage of the Global Trophy Champions 2018, sponsored by Wrigley's Bubblemint Chewing Gum. They're awesome.
For God's sake, not again.
Also sponsored by the new Formerly Pete t-shirt over on Zazzle.com. Buy now!
Oh God.
With that out of the way, I'm joined alongside
Sam Elliott 64 as ever.
Yes, well, I thought I'd get it out of the way. You're supposed to do that at the start anyway, and then at every intermission, so there we go.
Yep, it's very true.
Anyway, so it is time finally for Group D, the final group of the Global Trophy Champions, before we get to the round of 16. 12 teams have qualified, and at the moment our dud team is going to be Morocco from Group B with 25 points.
Mm. Yeah, Morocco did do a pretty good job in the group, but they didn't do enough to get the points tally required to play as a competitive team in the finals. So yeah, it's going to be a tough one to see if they're going to be able to play or not. Obviously, Russia and I think it was who was the fourth team last time out? Was
Croatia.
It Croatia. So obviously they're breathing a very heavy sigh of relief. But we shall see.
Especially Croatia, because they finished 1 point with 1 point more than Morocco with 26 points. So 25 points is the benchmark. All these teams in this current group are going to be looking to get more than 25 and get into that top 4 spot. So let's begin Group D.
Yes.
And we'll obviously kick off with our esteemed dud team.
Is it England?
Of course it is.
Oh, good.
England with a current amazing record of no wins, no draws, and 48 defeats.
This is unprecedented. This is sounding like the World Cup.
Yeah, which is...
Or alternatively, because we've done so well and we're doing really well in the World Cup, it sounds exactly like the opposite of our World Cup.
Yeah, true. Well...
We actually don't know. This is being pre-recorded, so we actually have no idea how we're doing.
Yeah, it's pre-recorded. It's recorded on the 3rd of June. So yesterday, we beat Nigeria 2-1.
Yes,
and Harry Kane claiming a goal that he actually scored. So
can I just say, side note, I want a Nigeria shirt because they look fucking cool.
Yeah, I did see that going about.
They don't look cool.
Green, not my thing, but yeah.
I'm sorry, but it's a classic classic-esque Nigeria shirt. I really want one.
Yeah. Anyway, we might as well carry on before we go into an intermission and get our lovely
There's my dog.
That's alright. Alright.
You can re-record that bit. Go on, ready, go for it.
No, that's fine. We'll just keep going. That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. Featuring my dog.
Featuring your dog. By the way, sponsored. No, we're not going to do that.
No.
That's what we're going to do for every intermission. We're just going to have that. We're just going to cram it down people's throats. Speaking of that, I haven't got any at the moment. It's out in the kitchen. Anyway, so enough of our random babbling. The first team that could actually do well here, but it is the lowest ranked team in the tournament.
Rank 32.
Yep, the United Arab Emirates, UAE.
They're one of the better teams in Asia. However, with that said, Asia's not exactly a footballing powerhouse in terms of the global trophy itself. The fact that they're quite highly ranked is because they've got this fantastic record. They're against weaker teams than them.
Yes,
so
like
who knows?
Taipei.
Yeah, exactly. Teams like that, and obviously the UAE is not a bad team. You know, they've got a lot of money to invest, but
yes, well, there we go. If they did it on their own players and academy, UAE might actually be the best team in the world, but no.
Nope.
Anyway, next team, also from Asia, is ranked number 24, China. Yeah,
the Chinese obviously very affluent in the world of the world at large. But obviously, you look at the football team. It's not exactly the best, is it? But again, much like the UAE, a stronger side against weaker sides. You know.
Yep. The next team representing Africa, the current African qualifier champions. It's Senegal.
Yeah, they did well this time, didn't they?
Yeah, well, they won, so that's a plus to always get a win in the pocket there.
Yeah, exactly. I think they're a decent side, and they're going to be tough to get through.
Yep. Next, ranked number 18, last year's Argentina killers, Chile.
Yeah, Chile are obviously South America is very decent in general with all their teams, so it's tough to beat them as well. But they've just got to work hard, and hopefully they might be able to get through. I think they probably will be one of the ones people are going to be keeping an eye out for.
Yeah, so especially with the top 4 there. First, at number 17, Saudi Arabia.
Same story as UAE and China, except Saudi Arabia are actually legit good. So we'll see.
Yep. Next, ranked number 12. It's finally time to see them. We've been waiting for them for so long. It's Australia.
Yes, the how many times is it now? 15 time or 13
14.
time qualifier? 14 time qualifier champions, and yet they're still not the highest ranked Asia team.
Yep. In the qualifiers, they have never been defeated.
Nope.
Never been defeated.
Nope.
I think they are the highest ranked Asian side, actually. Or Asia Oceania side. Yeah, they are the highest ranked.
Oh, right.
There you go. Ahead of teams like Saudi Arabia and South Korea. Yeah, they're one above South Korea.
Yeah, so it's impressive that they've obviously had such a good run in the qualifiers. I do think it must come to an end at some point, surely. But, you know, they've done so well over the years. I've been really impressed with them. They've obviously got a decent side. How are they going to go through in this group? I don't know, because obviously you've got teams like Chile who are lower ranked because they're in a tough qualifier, whereas Australia less so. It's going to be so tough to decide. I have no idea how this is going to go.
Yeah, well, one of their bigger opponents is ranked number 11, Scrotum Lands. Sorry, Nether region land. Netherlands.
The Dutch. Semi-finalists the last time out, weren't they?
Yeah.
They could have won. They've been as high as second before. They've never won the global trophy, but they've been in the final. I'll tell you what. This was an open goal for them, wasn't it?
Yeah.
As we said, for all 4 of those teams in the semi-finals of the last trophy, it was an open goal for all 4 of them to write their names down in history. The fact is that they didn't is a bit disappointing. I think, you know, the fact that they lost to Portugal, I think they'll be disappointed in that. But, you know, Portugal have proven themselves in this tournament to be quite a fearsome opponent.
Oh, you never know. If Netherlands go through, we may be seeing a rematch between the 2 sides. You never know.
Yeah, we might do.
And last but not least, the highest ranked team in this group, a record 4-time global trophy winners. It's ranked number 2, France.
Yeah, France. They're actually my favourites to win the World Cup. So if they're still in, come on, boys. If they're not, then what are you doing?
Well, what if they were going against England next, and people would be there going, "You traitor! You're a traitor to the working class."
No, I want to see France win it. I think they deserve it. They've got a great side.
I think Italy deserved to win it, but that ain't going to happen.
But obviously, you know, France are a decent team, aren't they? And, yeah, they're going to be tough to beat in this tournament, as we know. They've got a fantastic side, 4-time champions. What can you say, really? They're just a dominant force. Will they win? I don't know.
Yeah, well, France, they had a great start in the Global Trophy, winning 3 of the first, I think, 5. But then they went on like a run of 8 years without winning it, and then they won it again in 2017. So, yeah, their first win then, they became 4-time champions, pushing ahead just barely of Argentina, who are still the winningest team in the Global Trophy. And, well, their group victory in Group C just proves that. Can France replicate that or even do better than that? The current record is 44 points. Let's find out.
Yep, let's go for it.
And it's always good to kick off between Australia and Chile in our first match.
This game is actually quite big because I think these are the 2 that are going to be competing for 4th place. I think, you know, you've got your Argentina, your France and your Netherlands. I think they're going to be top 2.
Well, so you think maybe some like Saudi Arabia or Senegal could get third?
Yeah, possibly one of those 2 teams. Those guys are going to be competing for 4th place, I think. But we'll see.
Well, this is an important match here then. And the win goes to Chile. 2-1 win.
It's unfortunate for Australia, but obviously, you know, they're a good team, and we'll see them later, I'm sure.
Yep. Well, we'll see them again for like another 15 games. But next match is China versus England, so that's a good 3 points straight off the bat for China.
Yeah.
Bip, bip.
Bip, bip.
Bip, bip.
Obviously happy with the Chinese victory there. I've had lots of noise come out of my house at the moment, so I do apologise.
Yeah, well, I thought yesterday while I was finishing off a playthrough. But by the way, on the Masterath Gaming channel, currently on 885 subscribers. Gained like 5 yesterday for some reason. It's odd. Great, but odd.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so I was doing that just to try and get the playthrough finished before next week. And there was some guy, I think he was. It sounded like he was woodcutting, to be honest, like a chainsaw or something. It was weird. Anyway, just an old-fashioned day on a Siren Sister estate. Either that or it's drugs, but you know. Anyway, next match is France versus the Netherlands. It's a big clash between these two.
I think, yeah, France have got to be the favourites here, surely.
They do win by 2-1.
That's a good result for them. Well done.
Yep. Next up is Saudi Arabia versus Senegal, which means that UAE have gotten lost.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yep.
Wonder where they are.
I don't know. I think we'll find out in about 8 fixtures' time. Yeah, the Saudi Arabia-Senegal match ended in a 1-1 draw, so...
Not bad.
Pretty interesting so far. Next up is Australia versus China.
So, second game for the pair of them. I wonder how they get on.
It's a 2-1 win for Australia. They're back on form again, beating a fellow Asian team.
Yeah, good effort from those guys. They've done a good job.
Yep.
Obviously, Australia have done so well in the Asian section. They probably know all the team's strengths and weaknesses by this point. So,
you know, they are against a few of them here. So, that might help them. I mean, they got China, they got UAE, they got Saudi Arabia. So, like half the field, if you don't count England, half the field are from the Oceania Asian sector. So,
right. Interesting.
Australia could be able to pack a few big wins in here, but they need to start winning against teams like Senegal and Chile, especially. Yeah, and maybe Netherlands and France if they get the chance to.
Interesting.
But anyway, our next match is Chile versus England, so I've just simulated that with a 3-0 victory for Chile. So
yeah, Chile are going to be up there as well. I think they're going to be dangerous for the top 4.
Yes, well, Chile at the moment are first, but then there are a few games left, like France versus Saudi Arabia. Interesting one, this.
Yeah.
And it ends in a draw.
Wow, Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia have not won a game yet, but they haven't lost a game yet either. 2
Fair
draws so far, 2 points.
Fair play to them.
Next up, Netherlands, who are currently bottom, versus Senegal. But then again, Netherlands did go against France, and everyone else has played a game bar Senegal. And the win goes to Senegal.
Wow. That is a surprise.
Senegal beat the Netherlands 1-0. So, yeah, Netherlands, after 2 games, they've got no points so far.
That's amazing.
It's not a good start for the Netherlands. And this was a Netherlands team which had, like, Van Nistelrooy in it.
Wow. I mean, the Netherlands are a great team, and I'm sure they will come back. I'm sure they'll come back.
Well, next it's Australia versus England. So, that's another 3 points there for the Aussies.
Yeah. Aussies are obviously a very strong team in this group. I think they're going to be facing a few challenges along the way, but obviously 3 points against England, they won't say no to that.
You mean mostly France, I'm guessing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's mostly France. Because France have been they've been an okay force. I mean, there's one slip up against Saudi Arabia. At the moment, Chile and Australia are the top 2 sides. And Chile could pull away here with a win against China if it happens. Which it doesn't. It's a draw. China hold Chile.
This group's very open now.
Yeah, and China go to 3rd, but France have got Senegal next. Both teams have got 4 points. Senegal beat the Netherlands earlier. Can they beat France as well?
I doubt it, but we'll see.
It's a 2-0 win for France. They move up to be on level points with Chile. And next it's the Netherlands versus Saudi Arabia. The final match of fixture number 3 by UAE's matches.
You got to think France will, the Netherlands will win this one, but you never know.
They do, but it's a 1-0 win.
This is a tense group.
It's a very tense group so far. I mean, the top 4 at the moment are Chile, France, Australia, and China.
Wow.
So far. But it's very close. Between 4th and 7th, there's 2 points in it.
Well, there's only a few big games gone
yeah,
so
it's
far.
the start of it, but yeah.
This is very close. I'm very impressed so far.
Yep. Next up is Australia versus France. It's 2nd versus 3rd. And it's a 1-0 win for France, who now go top.
Only 1-0 though.
Yeah. Chile could join France, or even go above France if Chile can beat the Netherlands.
Let's find out.
It ended a draw. Netherlands are not looking very good right now at all.
They've struggled so far. This is very surprising.
4 games, 4 points for the Netherlands. Not
I
good.
mean,
not good.
It's not a terrible start, but it's just not great.
It's a terrible start for the Netherlands.
Yeah, considering we were expecting those in France to be like properly
Yeah.
comfortable in this group,
And
they just haven't been.
already there are 6 points between France and the Netherlands already.
Yeah.
4 games in. Next is China versus Saudi Arabia. China currently holding on to 4th, just barely, versus Saudi Arabia, who a win here will put them into 4th.
Here we go then, this is going to be a big game.
It's a win for China. China keep moving on.
Wow, this is amazing.
China currently ranked number 24 they're staying in that top 4 so far.
China, so far so good. And if they can manage to scrape 3rd place,
That would be very interesting for for any other team that's going up against China. I mean,
Yeah.
you wouldn't really put China in the same sort of category as a France, would you? Or a Chile,
No.
but they are playing really well so far.
so far so good. Well done to those guys.
Next is England versus Senegal. So Senegal are going to get a nice 3 points there to try and keep their top 4 hopes alive, which I think at the moment Senegal are doing decently.
Yeah, I'd say so far they've done really well. Like, you can't really say other than that. You know, they've done what they can, done everything they can so far to stay in the running. So
Yeah, well, at the moment, Senegal are into 4th, knocking Australia down into 5th. So, now the top 4 after fixture 4 is France, Chile, China, and Senegal.
that's a pretty mad top 4, to be honest, isn't it?
With
We didn't expect this.
with Australia and Netherlands playing next in 5th and 6th, respectively.
We shall see how they get on.
And it's a 1-0 win for Netherlands. Again, only 1-0 again.
They're doing all right. They're not doing badly, but it's just
Oh, God, they're doing the Mourinho strats.
just 1-0.
Park the bush, mate, park the bush. But when any other team does it, it's fine. Double standards, bullshit, English football. Right, personally, I'd have a go at anyone who does that. Anyway, next up is Chile versus France, the top 2 sides. France on 10 points, Chile on 8. And France pull ahead. 13 points now. A 1-0 win.
Yeah, 13 points from 5 games is very impressive, and I think
Yeah, they've only drawn 1. They've won the other 4. Next, it's China versus Senegal. 3rd versus 4th, this one. Very...
So this game is a crucial game because this team, you know, the team who wins this could really start pulling away.
Yep. But it's a draw.
Problem for both teams really, but it's not an issue.
Well, let's put it this way, right? We have France, who are on 13 points. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th are all on 8.
Wow.
5th is on 7, and 6th is on 6. This is very close. Saudi Arabia falling behind, but they do have a match with England up next, so that'll put them on 5. It's very close. France has started to pull away, but for the rest of the teams, it's anyone's game so far. This is...
There you go.
We're on, like, what, fixture 5? We're just finishing fixture 5, and there's, like, I think between the rest of the teams that have played, there's, like, 3 points in it.
That's crazy. I mean, obviously France, we expected to go through fairly easily, but everyone else has been very close. It's been very good.
Even the Netherlands, and I'm shocked about that.
Yeah, and the Netherlands we had down as 2nd place, comfortably 2nd place, but no.
Yeah, they've been dropping points. They've been losing games. I don't think it helped they went up against France first, though. Maybe knocked their morale a little bit.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, not good there for the Netherlands, who are currently in 5th, but Saudi Arabia not far behind. Neither are Australia. Next up is Australia, Saudi Arabia. It's 6th versus 7th. A win here for either team will be vital. That'll push them into the top 4.
It's going to be an interesting one to call, but we shall see.
It's a win for Australia, who move up into 2nd.
Wow.
Straight from 6th to 2nd with 1 win.
There you go. Excellent stuff.
Next up is now 4th versus 5th. It's Chile versus Senegal. It's a 3-0 win for Chile.
Well, Chile are starting to tie up quite nicely.
Yep. Next up is China versus France. Ooh, it's a 2-1 win for France. That was close.
China have had a fantastic effort in this, haven't they?
Yeah, well, China's still in the top 4 at the moment, but that won't last long because Netherlands have got England next, which will move them to 10 points and put them into 3rd. So Netherlands finally starting to find their feet.
Slowly but surely. Netherlands themselves have been obviously, we mentioned before they've finished 2nd in the past. It's a great opportunity for a team like those, or a team like Italy, to go and win this. To go and break their duck.
Yep.
But we'll see.
Especially those 2 teams, and teams like Mexico as well, that have done pretty decently. And did, I'd say, okay in their respective group. They finished 3rd, they did alright, but you know, could have always done better.
Obviously, Italy did very well in their group, didn't they? So.
Yeah. While then you have teams like Brazil that didn't do so well, finished 3rd with 31 points. They were safe, don't get me wrong, but not good for a caliber of a team that has won as much as Brazil has.
Yeah, they've won two global trophies, and you'd expect them to do better so far.
Next up is Australia versus Senegal. This is an important match for both teams. 1 point separates the two. And it's a 4-0 win for Australia.
Wow, that's very impressive.
Australia move up to 2nd, but everyone else has got a game in hand. Next is Chile versus Saudi Arabia. Chile currently 3rd. Saudi Arabia looking pretty down at the moment in 7th. But Saudi Arabia have got a win.
What?
Saudi Arabia 2 points behind Netherlands so far. Speaking of the Netherlands, they got China next. And if China win this...
This is a scene, isn't it?
It's a draw!
Wow.
And next is, well, it's another big win for France. It's England versus France. France move, with 7 games gone, they move 6 points ahead. It's like everyone is slipping up apart from the 4-time Global Trophy champions.
Very impressive.
They're just staying on course right now of France.
Yeah, as we kind of expected, really, because France are the standout team in this group, but yeah. The champions record hangs in the balance so far. France can finish if they win all the rest of their games. They can finish on 46 points. And they can beat it, yeah. They can beat
Which
them.
is too high in the record set by a combined of Argentina and Spain.
Italy.
And 44. Italy had 41.
Oh, okay. I'll take it back. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but it's Argentina and Spain with 44 points. France already have 19 after 7 games.
This is very impressive.
Oh, the UAE have showed up. Yay.
Okay, they finally arrived.
They're here, yes. It's Australia versus the UAE next. And it's a 3-1 win for Australia. They're starting to move in now.
This is a great group. This is probably the best group of the night, to be honest with you.
Yep. Next up is Chile versus China. 2 points separate the two sides.
Big game.
And it's a draw.
This is a not easy to call, this group, is it?
Yep. Next up is France England again.
Of course.
So we're gonna get that out. I'm guessing the game does it like in reverse.
Yeah.
So it does like the fixtures and then it reverses it. So we'll probably have France Netherlands at the end, or close enough.
Yeah.
Yes, another 3 points for France, which means already I think about half the group is gone, and France are nearly up to 25 points already.
Good God.
I think they're on like 22 points so far. No, 23 points so far. 22 I think. But yeah, they're doing amazingly well, France, so far. They're pulling away at the rest of the pack.
And do what they need to do.
Yeah, they're doing what Argentina did last time. I mean, they were 11 points ahead of Cameroon in Group C.
Yeah.
Next up, Saudi Arabia versus the Netherlands. Netherlands been able to find their feet, but they need to keep going here. It's a draw.
This is, wow, Saudi Arabia have finally woken up and they're starting to play quite well.
Yep, next up is Chile versus the UAE. Chile currently 3rd. UAE lost their first match. And they've lost their second. Not good from UAE.
Yeah,
Chile keep moving, but they're still 3rd. Australia are still ahead of them with a game in hand, and they got China next.
It's a big game. Australia could really cement themselves in the
It's
top
a
four,
draw again. China's 5th draw in this so far.
They've done so well.
Yep. Next up is Netherlands versus England. So 3 points there for Netherlands, but I think they're still going to be like third at this point. Maybe. Australia have just slowly pulled ahead.
Yeah, fantastic effort.
So far. And that does mean that there's one team that has been kidnapped for a bit.
Who was it this time?
I can't remember now. Senegal, I think.
Oh, right.
So they've been kidnapped. We'll see them close to the final game of the season.
Lovely.
Oh, yes, that's fine. Senegal were doing mildly okay.
Hmm.
They were doing mildly. They were doing all right. But yeah, it's time to see what UAE can do. And from what I've seen at the moment, not much.
Yeah, UAE have struggled after turning up. Obviously, they are the rank 32 team, so they're going to struggle. But yeah.
Yeah. Next up is Saudi Arabia versus France. 6th versus 1st. And it's a 3-0 win for France. They're on 25.
France are just flying.
Yep, they're 9 points ahead of Australia in 2nd.
With that said, though, yeah, the fact that France have won so many has just been fabulous. You know, can they do it?
Yeah, you never know. Next is China versus the UAE. China still in there, but they're 4 behind 2nd. The gap's starting to open slowly.
Yeah.
And it's still going to open. UAE, you get a win.
Wow, really?
They get a win against China. Next up, Chile, Australia. 2 teams who are in the top 4. It's 2nd versus 3rd. And it's a draw. Netherlands could jump right over them here.
Yeah.
Saudi Arabia will now play England, so that's 3 extra points there for Saudi Arabia. Something that they're definitely going to be needing. If they want any chance. They still got a shot, I'd say. I'd say any team at the moment still got a shot. And we're halfway through.
Even UAE could catch up in theory.
Yeah, well, they have the matches to do so.
Yeah.
I mean, that win against China was big. You know, to beat China, who in the first half did amazingly well.
Yeah. Yeah. Obviously, they just picked up points where they needed to. I think that's really helped them out.
Yeah, well, they've won 3 points out of 9 so far, but they can still get a pretty decent score, and maybe even a top 4 spot if they keep winning.
Yeah.
Saudi Arabia now up to 5th above China. Netherlands now go against France. Oh, here's Netherlands-France. There it is.
This is a big game then. This is a chance for...
It's a win for the Netherlands.
Whoa.
France lose their first match.
Wow. It's you know what? It was always going to be tough for France to win the group. So to go unbeaten. Obviously, only 2 teams have. Argentina did a great job, as did Spain. But France, yeah, they had a tougher opponent, and obviously the Netherlands did a fantastic job to win.
Yep, the current top 4 go France, Netherlands, Australia, Chile. Saudi Arabia 4 points behind Chile. China 5 behind Chile. Senegal and UAE still have a lot of games in hand, including UAE's next match against England.
There you go. So they got another win there.
So that's another few points there. But yeah, for the moment, this is very close. I can still see France easily winning this.
Yeah, it's very close.
Netherlands finally getting into their element.
Yeah,
finally.
Absolutely. Well, you know, the Netherlands are a good team. They finished 2nd, you know.
Yeah. Very good team, but yeah, finally Netherlands to get their dominance going.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, it took them play long enough. I was worried in the first few for the Netherlands there. I was worried.
Yeah, they started poorly, but I think they finally got themselves going now.
Okay, so with that win for the UAE, that's a very important win again for UAE. It's another 3 points in the bag. And that keeps UAE at the bottom, but they have like 6 games in hand. That's good. They do? Yep, next is France versus Australia. 1st versus 3rd. And it's a draw!
Wow.
Australia get the draw on France there.
That's fantastic.
Holding them in place for the Netherlands to move closer with a 3-0 win over Chile. But now that Chile have lost, that gives Saudi Arabia and China a chance again to claw it back, which ends in a draw.
Of course it does. It's China. China drew with everyone.
Actually, yeah, China have drawn 6 games so far out of 11.
for God's sake. And obviously, one of those wins was against England.
Yep. Next up, it's France versus the UAE. It's a 1-0 win for France. They start clawing ahead again. But Australia right on their tail because they've got England next. And just like normal Ashes matches, this is going to be a simple cakewalk for Australia.
Oh dear.
I think we got it like once in like last decade or whatever, didn't we?
I think we won. Yeah, we won it a few times.
Nah, well, they won it way more than me. It's like an old firm derby where Rangers win more. It's like, that doesn't happen. Well, no, it doesn't happen. It probably won't happen now they got Stevie G as their manager. Oh no, no. Why doesn't he do what Frank Lampard did?
What, start the championship?
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's like, no. Gerrard, what does Gerrard know about winning leagues?
Wow.
And hang on, no. let me finish here. And in the last like 15 or so years, what does Rangers know about winning the top league either?
Well, they went into administration, didn't they?
Yeah, they got relegated.
Yeah.
A bunch of times. But they're not going to win the league in ages. Celtic's got that pinned down.
Who knows?
Anyway, enough about Scotland. Scotland aren't in this trophy, and neither are... Well, England isn't either, so there you go. Well, they are, but they're failing. Come on, England. Get back in this. Right, next, it's Saudi Arabia versus Chile. Very important match. Saudi Arabia 5th, Chile 4th. Win for Saudi Arabia will put them on joint points with Chile.
They're right back.
What?
They're right back in it.
Yeah. Guess what?
Did they draw?
It's a draw.
For God's sake.
Next up is Netherlands versus China. Oh, Netherlands versus China. Oh, will China draw? No, they lose.
Oh, okay.
And Netherlands are going to start pulling away here because they've got their next match against UAE if they can win it. Which that ends in a draw.
For God's sake.
This ain't going well, really, is it? Next up, Saudi Arabia versus Australia. Australia could start making ground again on the Netherlands. But Saudi Arabia actually beat Australia.
That's a big result.
Australia did Australia just lose to an Asian team?
They did.
Man.
Is that the first time?
Probably not. I think they probably lost to somewhere. Saudi Arabia, why can't you do that in the actual qualifiers, damn it?
I think they didn't play them. I think they played, I thought they played...
No, in any of the qualifiers.
Oh, right. Maybe one day. It'll happen one day.
Yeah, next up is, even though Saudi Arabia got their win, Chile have got England next, so...
Nah, so it doesn't really matter.
That's going to mean that Chile will be able to pull away again. There's 3 points between Saudi Arabia and Chile. At the moment, I'd say the battle for 4th is between those two teams.
Yeah.
And Australia, they're kind of okay for the moment, I'd say.
It's tough because it's tough because we just don't know how Senegal are going to perform. They might do it.
Well, that's true, yeah. And UAE have gotten some decent performances.
Yeah.
So they could start moving up, but obviously we'll see that at the end of the season when they start just facing everybody and slowly climbing up the table.
Yep.
But for the moment, it's looking very interesting in that sort of like 4 and 5 spot. I think China's out of it at this point.
Yeah.
Especially when it's France versus China. China need to win this. It's a 5-0 win for France. China...
I think I'll put it now.
They're not out yet.
But it's pretty much.
They're 8 points behind 4th, pretty much. So, yeah.
Right.
Next up, Saudi Arabia versus the UAE. The UAE beat Saudi Arabia. That's a big win for the UAE there.
Wow.
Next up, Netherlands, Australia. It's a draw.
Wow.
Australia stay in there with Netherlands. Next up, France versus Chile. If Chile get a point... If Chile beat France, China's out.
Yep.
If Chile get a point, China need to win all of their games. Actually, they need to win all their games anyway.
Yep.
And get a better goal difference. And their goal difference is -6.
And Chile lose all their games.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a draw.
Oh, God damn it.
So, China are going to get 3 points here. They're against England, so...
That's a good effort for them.
It's a good start. But they need to overturn a 12 goal difference, pretty much. They're on -6. Chile is on minus is on +6. And B. Ron is our referee for this match.
Hey.
B. Ron is the best referee ever.
B. Ron.
B. Ron. B. Ron. Best referee in the world. Sometimes looking at, like, these players' names or whatever, or, like, these... Like, we should probably start doing that more. It's a bit of a shame that this group's nearly over.
B. Ron.
We've got B. Ron, the referee for the match, who obviously just looks at the England team and just went, nah, I'll just give the 3-0 win to China, save them the embarrassment.
Pretty much, yeah.
And Mr. T. Harrison. Do you remember a T. Harrison in an England team ever?
No.
Well, apparently he was the man of the match for doing sod all.
No,
So,
right, yeah.
I don't understand that. Anyway, but that's another big set of wins for China there, but they need to keep going. Next is Senegal versus the UAE. Senegal are back.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a draw. They're back in fashion.
For God's sake.
Next up is Senegal versus Australia.
Tough one.
It's another draw.
For God's sake.
Senegal, you need to start winning these. Please.
Absolutely.
Next up is UAE versus Chile. A draw for Chile means China are out. And Chile just go ahead and get the full 3 points. China's out of it.
Yeah, China gone.
China's out, and Saudi Arabia could follow if the UAE draw or beat Saudi Arabia. It's a win for Australia, so no, that doesn't matter. Saudi Arabia are out because Australia won. So Saudi Arabia eliminated, China eliminated, UAE and Senegal still in it, but they need to start winning points.
They need to win games.
Yep. Australia have also finished all their games, and they finished on 26 points.
So they're through and they're safe.
Yeah. Chile, on the other hand, are not.
What are they on?
24.
So they need to get a point.
They need to get a point, but yet, then it goes down to goal difference, and I can't remember what the goal difference was for Morocco.
Huh.
But we'll find out, because I'll just look back through the video. But yeah, Senegal versus Chile. Chile need to win here.
Yep, or a point.
Or a point, but a point might not save them. It's a win for Senegal. Chile are the dud team at the moment.
Wow, is that their last game?
That was the last game. They're on 24.
So unless Senegal beat them...
Senegal and UAE, they got 6 games to do it.
How many points do they need?
Senegal need 12. UAE need 14.
It's going to be a tough ask for the pair of them.
Senegal now go against China. This also means, by the way, that the winners of the group are France. They are 7 ahead of Netherlands, with both teams with 2 games remaining.
Hey.
Senegal draw with China. That's not a good start for Senegal.
Nope.
The UAE are going to get right back in it because they've got England next.
So they've got 5 games and 11 points to get, so they need to win pretty much all their games.
Yeah,
now.
and some of those matches are going to be against France and Netherlands.
Yep.
Yeah, so Australia are, they're safe. They are safe and through. Even if they finish 4th, they are safe and through with 26. Chile aren't looking very good right now.
No, they're in real trouble.
They are in shit, I believe the word, the stuck, if you want to be PG about it, but yeah.
Yep.
They are, they're in the doghouse right now. They're not looking very good at all, and I was expecting for Chile to finish 3rd, personally.
Yeah, Chile looked really strong at the start, didn't they? But they've just petered out a little bit.
Yeah, and just 24 points, so Morocco at the moment, they want to hope that Senegal and UAE start losing their games.
Yeah.
Speaking of UAE, it's UAE versus China. UAE have got 5 games remaining, and they're 10 behind Chile. It's a tall ask. So is Senegal, for that matter.
Yeah, it's going to be tight between the pair of them, but I think they can do it. We'll just have to wait.
Oh, it's a win for China. That's not good for the... UAE need to win all their games now.
Oh, dear.
Or draw. No, they're allowed to draw 1. Senegal have got England. So, that's a big 3 points.
Yeah.
Big 3 points to Senegal. I can see Chile going through here. Because you got to think...
Chile going through, but they'll be the dud team.
Yeah. You got to think Senegal and... Yep, so Senegal, they both got... Today's referee is V. Jones.
Vinny?
Vinny?
Why are you there, Vinny?
Why is Vinny a ref? I can imagine Vinny Jones as a referee.
I mean, he's had to go a few refs this time, so...
No, I can imagine him just being a referee, like, to all the people who do, like, simulation in football nowadays and just kicks them. I would love that. That'd be so good.
Be grand, wouldn't it?
Great. FA, get Vinnie Jones as a referee. Put him in the Premier League. Sorted.
Yep, job done.
Right. Oh, and T. Cisse was the man of the match for some reason in Vinnie Jones's match.
There you go.
Right, Senegal versus France. Senegal at the moment 7 behind with 4 games left, so they could afford to lose this. But it'd be better if they draw or win against France. But that's not happening, but that was close. A 3-2 win for France. That was a close match. Next up, the UAE versus the Netherlands. The UAE need at least a draw here. It's a loss. UAE are out.
That's it. Game over for UAE, but they've done a good job.
And just to put the icing on the cake, they also lose 3-0 to France.
There you go. France, obviously dominant and winning the group.
Yep.
But
France finish on 39 points, so not very high for France.
no, but they've done enough to win the group.
Yep, they've done enough. Next up is Senegal versus Netherlands. In Netherlands' last match, Senegal can't afford to lose this one. They can afford to draw it, but not lose it. There goes Senegal, so Chile will be the dud team. That's it.
There you go. All sorted.
Yep, Chile the dud team on 24. Australia through on 26. Netherlands finished their last game on 32. France on 39. And we're just finishing off the rest of these matches here. Senegal versus Saudi Arabia. It's just for pride now between these 3.
Yep.
A win for Saudi Arabia puts them into 5th above China.
That's about it, really. That's all they can really manage.
Yep, UAE versus Saudi Arabia. Another win for Saudi Arabia puts them just a point behind Chile. But they finished all their games last at Senegal versus UAE, which ends in a 1-0 win for Senegal, who finish on 20 points. UAE bottom with 14. So pretty decent for them.
Considering they finished bottom, that's a good effort.
Yeah, they finished bottom, and they were the lowest ranked team in the league, and they got in the championship, and they got like 24, and they got 14 points. Not bad.
Not
They
bad
also
at all.
only let in 20 goals.
Yeah.
20?
Which compared to some other teams is very good. That was a very exciting group. All the teams were very closely matched, and it could have been like one of 5 teams going through.
Definitely could be. Anyway, the official result in 8th place with 14 points is the UAE.
Yep.
In 7th with 19 is China.
They had a good start, but obviously towards the end they just kind of petered out, and
Yeah.
they just drew too many games. They didn't win enough.
Yeah, they drew 7 games altogether. 7 out of the
Crazy.
16.
Yeah, so nearly half their games
Yeah.
they drew.
Actually, if
which
you
is
take
not
out the
enough.
England games, which are definite wins, they
did draw half their games.
They drew 7 in 14. So yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
6th place with 20 is Senegal.
They just kind of they started it well as well, and they just kind of petered out. Obviously, the stronger teams took advantage of that, but yeah, one of those things.
Yep. 5th with 23 is Saudi Arabia. They had a great run at the end, but just not.
They did
good
have
enough.
a good run, but it just too little, too late, really, for Saudi Arabia.
Yep.
They
4th.
started too poorly.
Yep. 4th with 24. That means that Morocco are safe, and this team will be the dud team for the round of 16. It's Chile.
It's a shame for them, but they didn't perform. Simple as, and they've gifted Morocco breathing a massive sigh of relief.
Yeah.
to get through, but yeah, fair play to Chile for getting through.
3rd with 26. They've done it again. They've gone through. It's Australia.
Of course, Australia are going to go through. What little doubt of course going through Australia. Very very good team, and obviously fair play to them for going through. They've worked hard, and 3rd place is no mean feat.
But they did lose to an Asian team in this group, so does that mean
is.
maybe in the next few years,
Who knows?
if we see Saudi Arabia, Australia in the groups, woo, interesting.
Yeah.
And next, in 2nd place with 32 is the Netherlands.
Yeah, they started poorly, but obviously the quality came through, and they finished 2nd in the end, which is more than enough.
Yeah, well, they had a great run. I mean, who's their goalkeeper at this point? Van der Sar, wouldn't it?
Possibly.
Yeah. In 16 games, they let in 4 goals. 4.
Amazing.
And first
Absolutely.
place, 30 goals scored, 6 goals against, a plus 24 goal difference, winning with 39 points and only 1 defeat. It's France.
Yeah, expected that they'd win the group, but didn't do as well as we thought.
Yeah.
I think they're the lowest points total for the group winners.
Yes, by 2 points.
Yeah, so France, they won, but they weren't impressive, were they? So who knows?
They I say they did pretty good, but it was just like sort of the end of the season.
They did well, but they weren't like massively dominant. So
yeah, I'd say it was the end of the run that was that got a bit difficult. That was when all the teams started to, they needed those wins.
Yeah.
And France just didn't, because they still finished 7 points ahead of Netherlands and 13 ahead of Australia. And 15 ahead of Chile, our resident dud team.
Yeah, absolutely.
But anyway, guys, so that is the final group of the Global Trophy Champion of Champions. We will be seeing you next week for the round of 16 and altogether the grand finals of the Global Trophy Champion of Champions.
The knockout stages. So we're going to make our predictions now. Who's going to win, Chris?
I'll tell you what, how can you not say Argentina?
They were very good.
Oh, no,
they were very good.
I mean, Argentina. Portugal could prove a shocker. Brazil could rise from the ashes. Russia could win.
I'm going to go Italy, just like it did for the main competition.
Oh, great. So Portugal's going to win then.
Yep, there you
go.
So.
Okay, at least we know that. So join us next week when Portugal are going to win.
Apparently.
Thanks. Well, that's what happened the last time that you predicted that Italy were going to win and Portugal were going to win.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, we will see. So next time, folks, next week, we'll be seeing the Global Trophy Champion of Champions final. I've been Masterath.
I've been Sven-Göran Eriksson.
And we will be seeing you next week. We'll see you then.